Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Telegraph Herald More Than the Score. I'm your host Steve Ortman. Alongside me this week, the return of Tim O'Neill. Tim, how's it going?
Good. And you?
I'm doing pretty well. We got a lot of things to cover this week, so let's get right to it. Up in Minneapolis, Super Bowl 52 this Sunday. Should be an interesting matchup. New England Patriots, Philadelphia Eagles. Tim, what are you looking for in this game?
I'm really looking forward to a power outage. Anything that will stop the Patriots from cheating their way to another Super Bowl title. And looking for the Eagles to just maybe put up 100 points in the first quarter. And, What about you, Steve? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'll tell you what, Tim. I've had a solid week or so to really think about this matchup. Patriots-Eagles. I'm sure there's lots of fans out there who maybe aren't looking forward to the game so much, but I think it's going to be a good game because one thing you know is that when it comes to the Super Bowl, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots are going to give you a great game. So after thinking about it, the Eagles have never won a Super Bowl championship. The Patriots, I've gone roughly 365 days, Tim, since winning a Super Bowl championship. So I'm going to say, after really kind of crunching the numbers, that I'm going to say that you heard it here first, the New England Patriots are finally going to win another Super Bowl championship. I just feel like it's their time, and the bottom line is I think it's meant to be. So I'm going Patriots.
You're such a tortured fan. You've had to wait a whole year. Man, I feel so sorry for you.
First of all, fan is a little strong. I'm just unbiasedly trying to pick the game. And after going over things, I'm going Patriots. But anyways, too many other things to get to. Patriots are my pick. Tom Brady is a pretty cool guy. Anyway, let's move on to boys prep basketball. Now, Tim, you're usually hanging around the wrestling mats, but my goodness, this week you got out to a boys basketball game, and it was a good one. Dyersville Beckman, Western Dubuque, and what was kind of a farewell clash between those two teams.
Yeah, second meeting of the season for these teams, and because of the way the Iowa postseason is seeded, they may not ever meet again because of the different point structure you get for the size of the teams you beat. So this was the last one, and WD had a lot on the line. They had a shot to clinch at least a share of the WAMAC East Division Championship. And as you know, as you're leaving a conference, winning a title in your last season is definitely the way you want to go out. But Beckman just had a little bit too much for the Bobcats. They got a three-quarters court shot from Michael Keegan at the halftime buzzer to cut their deficit to 3, and then really took advantage of some cold shooting for the Bobcats in the third quarter to kind of take a lead, and then they held them off at the free throw line. The Blazers were 25 for 30 from the free throw line in that game, which is pretty impressive. And Western Dubuque, they missed out on a chance to clinch that district title, but they play West Delaware later this week. They can clinch the outright title with a win over the Hawks on Friday night.
All right, well, plenty of hitting the home stretch kind of for the regular season for boys and girls basketball, but wrestling-wise, we are entering the postseason, so I know you're excited. Calm down. Tell us a little bit about that. What are you looking at?
Do you got 15 minutes?
We do not have 15 minutes.
Okay.
Condense it down, please.
Okay. Well, the wrestling regular season is wrapping up this week with some of the duels for some of the bigger schools. The conference tournaments were this past weekend. Had 5 champions at the MVC tournament, 3 from Hempstead, 1 each from Senior and Wahlert. But the sectional meets get underway on Saturday for Class 1A and 2A, and then districts the week after that. And in 2 weeks, we'll be talking about the state wrestling tournament.
Already. Exciting time for wrestling fans. And we want to swing back to basketball here to wrap up because last Friday night we had a great city doubleheader at Nora Gym. Wahlert Senior, it's always fun getting together for these city doubleheaders. You look at the boys' side. For the Rams, they picked up that win pretty convincingly over Wahlert, and it was the big return of Noah Carter. He had been out with a kind of a freak injury, had to get surgery, but he returned, looked really good in that ball game, going to put the Rams in good shape as we start heading towards the postseason there. I was there covering the girls' game. Great back-and-forth matchup. Wahlert was struggling there a little bit in the first half, but senior guard Anna Herrig comes off the bench, hits 2 big three-pointers in the third quarter, comes back with 2 more huge 3-pointers in the fourth quarter that really changed the momentum of the game. And she finished with 13 points for the Eagles, helped them pull out a 42-39 victory over the city rival Rams. Caught up with Anna after the game. Here's what she had to say about the big performance.
This was a really close game, and every person that played tonight had a part on this team, and we credit it all to our teammate. And being away, it makes it even harder because we're not in our own gym, but that didn't stop anything. And it was awesome to get this win. And for us seniors, it's our last time playing against senior. So we just wanted it more than ever to play our hardest and play as a team, and that's what we did.
And talk about your night. 13 points, you had 4 3-pointers. You guys are down 7 in the third quarter. You hit a couple there, then you hit a couple of big ones early in the fourth quarter, really swing momentum.
Like our coach says, every night can be different, and I guess tonight I was able to score, and other nights my other teammates score, and I think that's the cool thing about basketball is because you don't always have to have a person that's always scoring, but as a team we played great.
Yeah, and lastly, talk about the effort on defense in the second half. Seniors struggled to get shots up. You guys created some turnovers. What was the key for you guys there on the defensive end?
I think defense is one of the most important parts because if we stop them, they can't score, and then the score is different. So I think that having that good defense was the key to this win.
Well, Tim, definitely an exciting time of year for area sports fans. Wrestling hitting the postseason, boys and girls basketball hitting the home stretch of the regular season. They're going to be playing playoffs here as we hit February, and it's an exciting time for us for all. We'll have all the coverage for you, and don't forget this Sunday, Super Bowl 52, Patriots and Eagles up in Minneapolis. You are picking the Patriots then, or no? Did I hear you wrong?
You definitely heard me wrong.
I did. Okay.
You definitely heard me
That's right. I was thinking of me. I was picking the Patriots.
You're picking the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. All right. Well, anyways, enjoy the game, everyone. That is going to do it for this week's edition of Telegraph Herald, More Than the Score. I am your host, Steve Ortman. That's Tim O'Neill. We'll see you next week.
I will break that finger.